What will your expenses look like in retirement? Have you thought about that? Well, it's one of the most important questions you have to answer when you're planning for your retirement. In this video, I want to give you a well thought through estimation based on the Retirement Standard Budget Report published by the ASFA. Welcome, I'm Sabrina from retireon.com.au. Are you wondering what your expenses are going to look like in retirement? Or have you heard the number $60,000 per year and are wondering where this one's coming from? Well, in this video, I want to introduce you to the Retirement Standard Budget Report published by the ASFA, the Association of Superannuation Funds Australia. This report is updated quarterly, and I have based this video on the 2018 December report. This report is also used by government sites such as Money Smart if they need estimation for retirement expenses. I have put the link for the report below in the description so you can find it easily. So what are we looking at? We are looking at people aged 65 to 85 years who are fairly healthy and own their own house. If you have to carry your mortgage over into retirement or another big significant debt, these numbers don't apply to you. The report calculates expenses for 4 categories: singles and couples for both a modest and a comfortable lifestyle. But what does modest and comfortable mean? Well, modest is somebody who has the aged pension and some additional income, but the expenses still only cover the basics. For a comfortable lifestyle, well, these people can engage in a broad range of social or recreation activities, and they can buy a lot of things such as household goods, cars, good clothes, private health insurance, or technical equipment. So where did they get the numbers from? They used the Household Expenditure Survey from 2015-2016. Then they used the Consumer Price Index to adjust those numbers to 2018 numbers. And they looked at the retiree spending patterns to further adjust the numbers. So what does it mean? Well, no gifts. No gifts to children and grandchildren are considered because they vary in type and amount, particularly when you're looking at supporting adult children entering the property market. Then communication. It allows for internet and mobile. And it takes into account subscriptions for things such as Netflix, Stan or Amazon Prime. And it also considers that now retirees are watching videos on YouTube or iView. Then health. In this budget, private health insurance is included, and it takes into account the tier rebates for people aged 65 to 69. Older people get a bigger rebate, but they're also more likely to have higher expenses for hospital or medical services. Then housing. It takes into account the increasing price for electricity, council rates and water bills. But it also includes the rebate that you get when you're on your aged pension. And it allows for air conditioning for both the modest and the comfortable lifestyle. And then leisure. Well, the modest lifestyle includes 1 domestic trip per year. The comfortable lifestyle includes 1 domestic trip and 1 international trip every 7 years. Now let's look at the numbers. So this is the overview for December 2018. It's the expenses per year. For a single with a modest lifestyle, it would be $27,648. For a couple, $39,775. And for a single with the comfortable lifestyle, $43,317. And for a couple, $60,977. So now let's look at some categories in detail. I want you to have a better understanding where the numbers are coming from, to know which one may be the biggest expenses, and I want you to compare those numbers with your current expenses so that you have an idea what kind of lifestyle you're having according to the ASFA at the moment. The numbers in these reports are calculated on a weekly expenses, but I calculated the numbers how we're actually paying the bills. For example, internet would be monthly, water quarterly, rates annually. So let's look at housing first. Do you remember your last water bill? Well, this budget allows for $321 per quarter. Does this match your numbers? Or how about the rates? For the comfortable level, the rates are at $1,997 per year, and for the modest lifestyle, $1,823. And how about electricity and gas? Here the budget allows for $767 per quarter for a couple living comfortably and $660 for one living modestly. Now, let's look at the health category. One of the biggest concern retirees have is about the cost for health services in retirement. Well, the biggest expense for a couple living comfortably will be health insurance, which comes to $4,210 per year. This would include an HBA hospital cover with excess bonus and gold extras, 75% back and no access. For a modest living couple, it would be $1,609 per year, which corresponds to a bronze hospital cover with bronze extras, 55% back and no access. However, for such a couple, the biggest health expense estimated would be the out-of-pocket payments, valued at $2,042 per year. Now, let's look at the communication category. What is covered there? It's a home phone, a mobile phone, and broadband internet. But the difference actually comes with the plan that is applied. For the couple with the comfortable lifestyle, it would be an unlimited local, national, and mobile calls plan, unlimited talk and text, 2 GB mobile data, and 1000 GB monthly data. It's valued at $133 per month. For the modest couple, it would be a much smaller plan. Unlimited local, national, and mobile calls, but only $100 talk and text, 200 megabytes mobile data, and 50 gigabytes monthly data, and this is valued at $92 per month. Now, let's look at the leisure category. The thing that first jumped me in the eye is that the budget allocated for the overseas travel is much smaller than the one for the domestic trips. This appeared weird first, but remember what I said in the beginning of the video? For the comfortable living, there is only one international trip every 7 years. Once you calculate the budget, taking this into account, you get an international trip valued at $9,922, which is definitely enough for a nice trip. But even the domestic trips are valued at $3,686 per year, which is quite a nice sum. Also, the one for the modest couple is allowed for a nice domestic trip or several small trips. It has an annual budget of $2,576. So these are the main things I wanted to highlight about this report. But there's so much more details in there. I've put the link below in the description so you can have a look yourself. When you do that, please keep in mind that those numbers are current for December 2018 and they're highly likely to change in the future. There's new technologies emerging that may change your spending pattern, and government regulations can change and have an effect on the out-of-pocket money you have to spend, for example, in the health sector. According to the ASFA, you can use this budget to start your retirement planning. Well, these were a lot of numbers, no, but do you have a better understanding where they're coming from and how they may apply to your retirement now? And do you think they're reflecting real life? Let me know by commenting below, like and subscribe so you get notified when I post a new video. Also, I have used this ASFA report to make this video, and any advice given has been prepared without taking into consideration your individual objectives, financial situation or need. So before you act on any of this advice, think about whether it suits your individual objectives, financial situation or needs. Also head below into the description where you find all these useful links I've mentioned before. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.